You don't build influence by being the loudest in the room. You build influence by being the most trusted. Today, we're unpacking how trust, not followers or flashy marketing, is the foundation for influence that lasts. Now, if you want to increase your impact, if you want to open up the doors for more opportunities, and you want to lead a movement that people want to follow, you need to master the art of trust. And the good news, trust isn't something that you're born with. It's something that you build, one intentional moment at a time. So sit back, kick back, and let's get started. This is the School of Influence. The School of Influence, where legends are made and legacies are started. Interviews and insights to grow your impact on social media, networking, and stages. Class is now in session. We're gonna take on the world. Hey, welcome everybody. I'm your host, Devin Schubert, also known as the Man in Orange, and I'm excited to bring you this session of the School of Influence. Today, we're going to dive into one of the most underrated superpowers when it comes to building influence. And it's all about building trust and building it fast. Because without trust, it doesn't matter how great your message is. People won't listen to you. They won't engage, and they're definitely not going to buy or buy into what you have. So let's get real for 1 minute. Influence that moves people, it's not about the hype. It's about helping people feel safe to be able to move with you. A lot of times people want to be these motivational speakers. They want to motivate people. Instead, I want to talk to you about what it means to leave influence that will transform people. You want to be a transformational influencer, not just a motivational. Because motivation will take people and get up the hype. But nothing really changes. They go home and they do the same things that they always did. Instead, when we're transformational, people will leave with an implementation plan, something that's changing them that they can continually do day in and day out. So here's what we're going to cover today. We're going to cover 3 ways to build real trust quickly while staying authentic to our true selves. Are you ready? All right, here we go. Number 1. Show up consistently. Recognize that trust isn't built on a one-time mic drop moment, but it's really built through consistency. When people see you showing up time and time again, whether you're winning, whether you're losing, but you're always learning, they know that they can truly rely on you. So I want you to think about where in your business or in your leadership or in your ministry can you be more consistent? I want to share with you that when it comes to being consistent on social media, that's how you build the algorithm. When you show up consistently in a relationship, that there's nothing else that you care about except for to make sure that they feel seen and heard and that they feel cared about, they feel loved. That's it. That's important to being consistent. And then when you're on stage, do you consistently show up as your authentic self? I remember when I first started out on social media, it wasn't all about viral posts that build trust. It was the weeks, it was the months, it was where I kept showing up, even when engagement was low. You see, it was in those unseen continuations of reps that created the credibility that people now recognize me. It was that when I had no likes, when I had no things of people commenting or sharing, but I continued to show up, I continued to tweak, I continued to recognize that people just wanted me. They just wanted me to show up. And so whether that be on social media or whether that be on stage in front of 1,000 people, consistency proves character. And so I want you to take this away from point 1. I want you to recognize that consistency proves the character that you have. And so be the person who keeps showing up day in and day out. Number 2, be authentically imperfect. Be authentically imperfect. People don't trust perfect. They trust real. And that's the whole purpose of these interviews that we do here at the School of Influence, is because you want to be able to see that the influencers that you see on social media day in and day out, what it took for them to get to where they're at. What are the lessons that they're willing to share from their failures, from their struggles, from their growth, and be able to give people permission to trust them with theirs. And so it's the same thing with you. Are you willing to share the lessons that you learned from your failures and be vulnerable? And to share those struggles, to share the growth, the ways that you've learned? And so I want you to question yourself. Go back and look at your social media. Go back and look at the conversations that you've had with people. Are you showing up all polished and perfect and nothing's ever wrong? Or are you showing up real? And so I want to challenge you to think about, what is one lesson learned type of story that you can share this week? How can you converse with other people and share with them vulnerably, authentically, what it took for you to get to where you are today and what you had to overcome? What are those obstacles? What are the things that you got to persevere through? I remember one time I was doing this live event, and it was more like a Facebook Live type of thing, like a training. And I completely bombed it. You talk about things shutting down, the slides not working, and then you get a little scattered. You name it, it happened. But after sharing that story, more people reached out and saying that they connected with my honesty to, oh my goodness, thank goodness it happens to other people. Thank goodness that it's not just me. It happens to you too. It happens to everybody. And so people were reaching out and saying that they loved my honesty, that it was that really connected them with me. It really helped them connect with my lessons learned than just showing off my wins. Vulnerability accelerates the trust that you have with people. So make sure that you share the whole journey, not just the highlight reel. Number 3, make it about them, not you. This is one of the biggest things that I see in speaking and in business and in messaging with people, is that they make it all about themselves. It's not about me. It's about you. It's about you. Trust builds when people feel seen and heard and loved and valued. That shift of the spotlight from yourself onto other people that you're serving. Speak to their needs, speak to their dreams, speak to their struggles, not just your credentials. And so it's about making them the hero of the story. It's about making them the hero of their own story. And so how can you make your next post? How can you make your next conversation or video or stage presence about them and less about you? So here's an example of how to be able to reframe some of the things that I see on social media specifically. So a lot of times I see people say, here's what I have to offer. Here's what I believe you need. Instead of here's what I have to offer, frame it as, here's how you'll feel after working with me. Now you're putting it into their head and you're helping them visualize what that looks like and what they will be able to do once they're done working with you. Wow, it's such a powerful reframe of what that looks like for us to be able to influence somebody in not just a tangible way, but a subconscious way. And so instead of saying, here's what I have to offer, reframe it to here's how you'll feel after you're done working with me. Say it with confidence, say it with authenticity. The fastest way to build trust is to make someone else the hero of the story. I want to throw in one more thing about do what you say you will do. Nothing tanks trust faster than broken promises, even small ones. If you say you're going to do something, just deliver it. If you can't deliver it, communicate it early. People will forgive mistakes, but they rarely forgive being misled. I see this in the coaching realm, in the business realm, in the speaking realm all the time. People making these promises or people making these offers that they never deliver on, not even close. And so there is the opportunity, and there's grace and there's mercy in those things that people get to make mistakes. That's okay. But when you can't deliver on any of the things that you say you can, they're in way over their head. The people that work with me know that I will never give an offer that I cannot over-deliver on. Every single student that's worked with me, I've always over-delivered in everything that I get to do. And it starts off with what I'm doing now with the Stories to Stages movement of I'm on a mission to help 1 million people share their stories across media. And so what this looks like is for $47, you get to join a boot camp to where I'll teach you how to craft your story, how to write your story, how to speak it on stages, how to do it on podcasts, how to write it, how to deliver it in all these different ways, how to have an opening. I give you my entire stories framework of what it looks like for me and how I deliver stories seamlessly every single time through my stories framework. From the beginning of an opening hook to a mic drop ending to where you'll always remember me sharing that story. And so I give you this 7-day boot camp to be able to go through. And then I give you an opportunity through my app to be able to record your story of about 10 minutes long. You'll send that to us. You'll give us some of the, like a picture of you. We'll create all these assets for you, posts and emails for you to send out to your friends and family and followers. And then you send us that recording and you will get it professionally edited and we will publish it for you across all social media platforms. So now you have a place to send people who want to hear your story. Now, when I talk about the Stories to Stages, it's all about, you're going to get this, you're going to get this, and you're going to get a story published. But I over deliver on that. My team goes through and edits the entire video. For $47, it should be a minimum of $500 to be able to have your story just recorded and edited and then published. So I love to over deliver, and you can check that out at www.storiestastages.com. And we would love to be able to over deliver for you as well. But as you can see, the people who have gone through it, it's all built on the consistency that I have built. When I launched Stories to Stages, in the first 5 days, off of 4 Facebook posts, I had over 100 people sign in and purchase this. Why? Because of the consistency, because of the ministry, because of the ways that I have spoken into people. I've shown up. I over-delivered. They knew that this was going to be the best thing that they could get. And so over 100 people jumped in at the very beginning to be able to get the first opportunity to be able to share their story. And we've been going crazy ever since. So as you can see, this works. Well, pardon the interruption, but let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like your story was meant to impact thousands or millions of lives, but you literally just didn't know where to start? Did you know that there's over 2.9 billion people watching social media every single day? That's literally the biggest stage in the entire world. And yet most people are completely invisible on it. Why? Because they don't know how to tell their story in a way that actually connects to other people. And that, my friends, is exactly why I created Stories to Stages. We help you craft your entire story, professionally edit your video, and then we publish it across all major platforms. Plus, I'm going to give you access to my entire storytelling bootcamp. This is over $25,000 worth of value, but right now you can get the entire thing for just $7. $7. Because this isn't just a course, this is a launching pad. We've helped people with no audience, no experience, finally share their story with confidence and to get real reach. Because your story told in the right way involves and moves people. So go to storiestastages.com and grab your $7 spot with the code of podcast1. Your story was not meant to stay silent. So let's get seen, let's get heard, let's get paid, and let's set people free. So go to storiestastages.com, grab your $7 spot, and use the code podcast1 and get yours today. Now, back to the show. And so I want you to think about, is there a commitment that you've made that you need to still follow through on? Or is there a way that you can update people? Is there a way that you can over-deliver on things that you have spoken to other people? Every commitment that you keep, whether it's big or whether it's small, this cements the foundation of trust that you talk and build with other people. So let's recap some of these things that we've talked about today. Number one, I want you to make sure that you're showing up consistently in everything that you do. If you can't be consistent, don't do it. Number two, be authentically imperfect. Be authentically imperfect. Because if you're not authentically imperfect, people will not want to follow you. Make sure that it's about them and not about you. Do what you say you will do. And lastly, trust is your secret weapon. When you prioritize trust, my friend, everything else becomes easier. Your influence grows, your opportunities open up, your relationships deepen, and the momentum continues to build. And so here's my challenge for you this week. I want you to pick one area where you can deepen your trust with your audience, where you can deepen your trust with your clients or your community, or maybe your friends or your relationship. Maybe it's just showing up more consistently. Maybe it's sharing a vulnerable moment and what you learned from it. Maybe it's just making your messaging more about them. So I want you to choose one, and I want you to act on it this week. Then I want you to watch how things start to change. And so as we wrap up today, remember this. Trust isn't a nice to have. Instead, it's a currency of influence. Trust is a currency of influence because without it, the doors stay closed. But with it, doors open that you didn't even knock on, and they start opening for you. And the best part, you don't have to wait years. You can start building trust today, one moment at a time, one conversation, one commitment, one at a time. My friend, the world is full of noise. Just be the voice that people trust. So thanks for being here today, being here with me. If you like this, I want you just to smash that subscribe button. I want you to tap that like, and I want you to take 30 seconds and share this with a friend who maybe needs to hear it. But for today, school is dismissed, but your influence never takes a day off. So stay bold, stay focused, and go and leave your legacy.